Good afternoon. Just thought I'd do a quick video update for Tropical Cyclone Alfred that is just spinning off the coast of southeast Queensland at the moment. So the system has moved a little further north than what was expected earlier this morning. This morning track had it going below Brisbane, but now it's actually moved it back just north of the city itself. This is going by the Bureau's track map. Now, my personal feeling is that it may continue going a bit to the west-northwest and may end up tracking more towards Sunshine Coast. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that and see what happens down the line. But for now, it is taking on a more west-northwest track. It will wobble a little bit, and so in the short term, watching it on the satellite or something, it will look a bit odd as it tracks along, but it is in a general west-northwest direction currently. It's moving at about 16 kilometers an hour, so it's not a slow system. It's not the fastest it's moved in its lifetime, but it's definitely not the slowest system at the moment. So it may slow up as it approaches the coast. It's just time will tell for that. Hopefully it doesn't, because if it does, that could cause a bit of issues with, especially with rainfall. Rainfall is going to be pretty heavy as it is when the system starts getting close to the coast. Now, let's just have a quick look at the next map that I've got. Now, this is the satellite image, so it's the temperature reading of the cloud mass. As you can see, the highest convection for this system is where you get the oranges. It's not particularly high, so it's not a real, obviously it's not a real strong system as it is, but these big bands that are circling on the outside will be what to watch for. They will have quite heavy rainfall in them because of the height they do have, as well as any convection to the south. Now, it's expected that the south, it will be very, very south orientated. Now, normally with a cyclone, it is the south on the east coast. It is the southern quadrant that is the worst, but with this particular cyclone, the south side is going to be very concentrated. So areas to the north of the storm will most likely see not as much rainfall, maybe up to about 100 mil, 200 mil, which for a cyclone isn't huge amounts, but it's still a good amount for southeast Queensland. So don't think I'm trying to play down the north side. I'm not. Just saying that it will be a lot calmer on that side with rainfall and for wind, and where the south side will be a lot more wild. Now let's just go to the Joint Typhoon Watch Centre track. Now this track still has it coming across to Brisbane in a pretty straight line. I expect that to change as they update next. I'm not 100% sure how old this is, but it's probably in line with the 10 AM update that BOM had, where the last one I just showed you was the 1 PM. So a little bit of a change since this Joint Typhoon Watch Centre track was put out, but still it's showing the similar area that it will hit. Now this little map is just 2 modelling at the moment. Sometimes they have more, but it's only updated with GEM and GFS. GEM has the low going a little bit south of Brisbane, which I don't believe will be the case. GFS has it doing a little bit of a north track north of Moreton Island. That may be more in line, but at the same time it does have the low further south than it actually is now. So it'd be interesting when GFS updates what they actually come out with. Now we're on to the ensembles here. Okay, so this is the GFS ensembles, and the area of error is still pretty large considering how close it is to landfall. So there is a bit of a variation there, but on the bright side, the actual landfall is a bit more condensed than we have seen in recent times. It's just after it makes landfall it could go back up north, which is what some of these are actually pointing to, or it will go inland and then down south. So definitely need to watch out to see which one of these tracks are more accurate, because usually one of them will be close to the mark, as they have been over the past week. Okay, now we have, this is the rainfall, so this is the part that I'm more concerned with. Now the wind is going to be pretty crazy on that southern quadrant, but as you can see with this is the multi-mean model. So this takes all the other models, averages them out, and then puts them on a map. And anyone that's followed me for a while, they would know that I do like to use this one. So even though it's one map, it's not one model. It's multiple averaged out, so it just gives you a bit more of a balanced approach. So it's still looking that those northern rivers around Lismore, that kind of area, and even the Gold Coast is going to see the brunt of the rainfall. But again, this all depends on the final track. If it does do that northerly track that I'm hoping it does, it may possibly be a bit better for the Lismore guys, because they really don't need this to bring this kind of rainfall for them at all. Those guys are still recovering from the 2022 floods, so this scenario is not what I'm hoping for. I'm really fingers crossed that it does move further north that modelling has shown, so that the guys in northeast New South Wales do get less impact than it's showing now. Well, that's about all I wanted to do. I just thought I'd give a quick video update on this, because it gives a bit of a better idea when you explain it. I'm really bad at explaining voice things. This is not scripted, it's just coming off the top of my head, so it's it's a bit stumbling around my words, but hopefully that helps. So I will do another text write-up on the page later, but yeah, keep looking out for the updates, and prepare for the worst but hope for the best. Take care, and speak to you later.